Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It's a throw that's complete. Across midfield and just shy of the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowed.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. A nice little juke. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will find Ridley, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Second and 10. Back to throw again. This one caught by Ridley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Second and 11 now. Looking to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally as well as your team.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw.
But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really – they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover. They're in the end zone.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there would be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New York to 40. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
A give. This is Kamara. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw again. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Get ready, get ready.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. He's looking for Ridley again. That'll bring up second down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
There wasn't a breakdown in protection. Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second and 5. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it a second down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Now back to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week, This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Peyton Turner drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. Give
him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's a second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
We'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And that game all tied up with the visiting L.A. Chargers. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal. There's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's third and goal now.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rank, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Falcons ready to take over.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw now. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors at that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's brought down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, doesn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Kamara. Uses the stiff arm. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On the ground, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Yetur Gross-Matos
coming in and dropping for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll drop to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
To Michael Thomas.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now here's a carry heading left. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge not successful there. That's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Back to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Saints on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Falcons now.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And here's a handoff out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw here. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
78 yards on the ground for him so far.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. A
nice play